Hi, my name is Matthew Jones. I'm from Los Angeles, California. The sport I play is football. I come from Dorsey High School. I've been playing football since Pop Warner at the age of 8 years old. Come from a background of baseball and track and field, which led into football later on in my age. And basically where I come from is from a rough background from South Central Los Angeles, from the projects of Los Angeles. The reason why I started playing football because I wasn't really a football player. My coach from Dorsey High School kind of saw me playing baseball and how I used to steal bases, and I used to steal from first to second, second to third, and I was very good at stealing home. And he saw speed. He saw a lot of speed, and he was like, really wanted to get me on the football field. So he took me from baseball and started transforming me to a football player, and his name is Donnie Johnson. Come from Dorsey, coach over at Pop Warner, Baldwin Hills Pop Warner team, and he kind of he was like, hey, you should just play football, check football out, and then I was like, what position, He was like, try wide receiver. You're thin type, you're tall, you're kind of lanky. So he was like, go play wide receiver. And at the time, that's when Randy Moss was playing, and that was like my favorite football player. So I just try to go imitate his game. Well, I got some very, very good feedback as far as the program, not just from just anybody, from professional players, which told me about Velocity and the investment of time and the effort that they give into the training, which I really need at this point in my career. So I really needed that. So I really chose Velocity off that fact because I do need the investment into my athleticism, which I'm trying to take to the next level. I actually have been improving as far as my speed, agility. I've been seeing some big, tremendous changes, as far as my fundamentals, thanks to Drew, which showed me more how to be more fundamental and have a technique, which I've seen a big improvement. My times went from the first week to changing into the second, changing into the third. So every week there was a progression, which I loved the most. And like they say, it's like, numbers don't lie. And I, truly been seeing that with the trainer Drew that I have. And I was just really I had the talent. I just more needed the technique. And I've been truly getting that. And that's really the feedbacks that I've been getting from these NFL players that came to Velocity. They told me the technique is like the #1 thing to even get you to the next level, which I seen for myself in the last 3 weeks I've been here. Biggest challenge is getting the technique right. That's been the biggest. I mean, it hasn't been a problem, but that's been the biggest thing I've been trying to work on as far as my technique, more as my technique of running, the correct way of running, which Drew has showed me because in my 40, I started off, my legs are kind of wide, I'm kind of tall. So my legs were wide, touching the lines, and he showed me how, go more vertically in a line, which is, creates a faster time. And when I executed, the technique that he showed me, and it worked. And he showed me the difference in between my times, and it was a big difference. It was a big difference. So technique is just, the main thing because the talent's there, but on that next level, it's all about technique and fundamentals. My goals and ambitions right now, I want to become an All-American wide receiver, and I want to break records. And at UCLA, which is the school that I'm going to UCLA. So I'm trying to go over there and, break records and, and make my name for myself. And they say a lot about the Pac-12, but I'm trying to get the national championship. I'm trying to go for the national championship. They went for BCS last year, which was, very good, but this year, it's all about that #1 spot. It's just a lot of, politics as far as, teams and what you've done in the season, which, puts a lot of players out there more above than the rest. So, therefore, I got to go win games to show my athleticism, my talent. Biggest thing is basically, just from experience, is stick with your dreams. The biggest thing, a lot of things could take you away from it. There's a lot of up and downs. Yeah, you're not fortunate, coming out that area, you're not really fortunate, but there are ways and opportunities. So if you just stick with your dreams and be more like determined towards what you really want to do and stick to it, it will happen. So the biggest thing is just be determined. Be determined about what you want to do and stick to your dreams. If it is playing football, soccer, baseball, track, there are a lot of athletes that come out that area, but just not fortunate. Everything costs, today, and minor sports today it costs, which if you go out there and just be determined, you go get a summer job or whatever it is to even pay for you to stick to the dream that you want for us to be an athlete. It's just be more determined and just give effort, just stay with your dream. Really, just stay with your dream.
Great.
Biggest motivation that keeps me trying is because I was one of the ones that always been underrated. Always been an underrated player. Always been an underrated player due to my size, probably being littler than everybody for weight, But I always been an underrated player. But I seen my athleticism and what I did on the field, set me above the rest, or with the elite, So stats is stats and me proving myself on the field is the biggest thing that I had to prove. But it's just every year they're like, hey, this skinny dude out here, and even lining up, I done lined up with different some of the best corners that are in the NFL now, and they like, hey, this skinny dude out here, and then it's just like, oh, I gotta really work twice as hard, So I mean, that's just the biggest thing with me right now.
Nice, man. Well, great job. Congratulations, buddy. We'll get some film on you on the field, and
all right.
We'll put this all together, man.
All right.
Great
Thank you
interview.
very much.